So when I was in 8th grade, I had a really great homeroom teacher. And I didn't appreciate her at the time, but I appreciate you, Miss Lady. I'm not going to say your name because I don't know if you want me to, I want to respect your privacy, but I appreciate you. Anyway, in 1984, we were assigned to read the book 1984 by George Orwell, and I was profoundly affected by that book. So after we all read the book, we discussed it in class, and of course, I had a lot to say. And basically, the teacher and I went back and forth in a dialogue based on the theories that I came up with in my interpretation of the book. And she wrote on my ribbon, my graduation ribbon, that's gone now too, but that I was one of the most creative thinkers she had ever met. She called me a genius. Well, I was tested throughout grade school. We all were given IQ tests. I consistently scored in the 140s range. But I told her, while the whole class, I remember them all looking at me and just absorbing what I just said. And some had their mouths open like, wow, I didn't think about that. Or maybe some of them did, and I echoed their thoughts. But no one said anything. It was completely quiet. Now, I don't remember what the group of people were they were the poor people, and they used to fly the planes over their city to make it seem like they were at war and keep them in a constant state of fear and keep them oppressed because they were ultimately worried about their power. So they made sure there was plenty of liquor and not enough to nourish and sustain them, really, but just keep them pacified and in fear, which is what they've attempted to do to minority groups within this country, which is what I expressed. I said those people are being deliberately suppressed because the controlling powers are afraid of their power. You keep them in a state of fear and pacify them. Pacify them with how they kept the beer, steady supply of beer for those people, I said, those people symbolize black people to me. Whole class turned and looked and went, it was a moment there. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget reading that book and how that affected me and how relevant it is now. It's prophetic, really. And I went on to read Animal Farm and Fahrenheit fucking, what's the numbers? 451, what is it? With the firemen and the books, that one. So I just wanted to share that. It was, it's a very important time in my life. Eye-opening, really. I think that's when I really discovered how fucked up things really were. You know, it's like a loss of innocence at that point. Everything is corrupted.